create models to communicate with them, make different promotions, make total different offers to them. And we take the latest technology like Intel's i9 chips to curved 30-inch Asus monitors, whatever kids are dreaming about, the water-cooled graphic cards that you're seeing on the side. These are the things, maybe one terminal is close to $10,000, but this is a dream machine. And behind that, there's other machine rows that are lower in specs and lower also in prices. So we can do also dynamic pricing in the location. So there's no such computer if you want to go and buy it. We built them to our specs one by one by hand here. So as the specs go on, we change the parts to be always on the leading edge. So each graphic card, or you can see next time when it comes, it's a different model. We have a team rooms, so the professional groups, let's say from Brazil, coming to Turkey for a week, staying in the hotel, doing their games, their practices here, they're taking their menu here, and they're going back to their countries. This is the hotel. We have a streaming room on your back, you can see, and on the screens actually you're seeing a live streaming. If anyone interested in this person who's also playing the game can go to Twitch or other platforms and watch this live. As you see from probably your kids are watching other kids play these games. And even Minecraft, a game that is quite static, is watched by millions of people. So the preference of kids are changing, and they want to also broadcast their own playing games, and other kids are watching them. We have a full restaurant menu, so it's not junk food here. We even have quite a lot of eat like a pro menus. We try to cater it according to the wishes. We have areas, we call them arenas, where tournaments happen. This is where the cinema comes in. Downstairs, we're going to walk down, is our cinemas, where we wired the cinema with the necessary technology so that we can have the tournaments there and we can have the people coming and watching there. So that's the point where cinema and esports starts crossing paths. On the Metropole, we have a separate area. We don't have the cinemas there, and this is how we use it. But the cinemas downstairs are about 200 to 100 seaters. We can use it for different purposes. We have VR and AR as displayed here. These are the latest games coming out now. Even the screens are disappearing. I'm sure you're seeing it. So kids put these headsets and they play. They can even play as they're traveling on the plane, or it doesn't matter. These games are now coming direct to your eyes. We do a lot of launches, corporate events, prize tournaments. As you can see, live streamings, influencer meetings with YouTubers in this premises. So this is also a B2B area. That area. And on the back we have, in each location we have the studios. It's a very small studio for YouTubers that the visitors can rent and shoot their own videos and stream it from here. We're already, this company has grown to be quite large. We're doing 36 million videos a day now. We did 4 movies for Turkish market. One of them became number 11 with all YouTubers, no artists in it. I guarantee you they're not really watchable for our age, but the kids love it. The programs are shot, part of the films are shot here. So the fans also come here to see their stars. Here's some statistics so far, but on the events that we did quite successfully, I care about the number at the bottom. The total is, we're approaching 20 million members in 5 months' time, and about 450 million videos YouTube. It's a big exposure we're getting. There'll be a link that you can take. I'm sure Rob will email it. You can reach this presentation, and I have all the information on a recent interview. But there's one more thing I want to talk about, is we are advocate to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These goals are focused to make the world a better place. And we built these big boards in our locations, and you will see them. And our visitors are giving their suggestions, and we're trying to take suggestions from them. And it has been quite successful. One of the suggestions were using sustainable electric and wind and solar powers, and we're now implementing that on our roof. We started hiring equally boys and girls and so on. So we're taking the information. It's a two-way street where we are asking them to look and think about this. So it's more like an education program at the same time, but we are benefiting from what they care about, and we're implementing in our company's strategy. That's all. Please.
So you were just saying you're focusing on this region. How about Europe? When are you going into Europe? I'm intrigued.
Actually, our Greek partners are already, but they are, yes, higher up. We have talks in Germany already going on. There's a Chinese group who already came to Europe in London. They opened their first location. They have 864 stores in China. So soon we are hoping. Yes, it is my competition. So a lot of people are now investing in this, and we are also looking at East. The reason we're looking at East is West is quite affluent, so they can afford machines close to this, whereas East is not. So we make a huge impact when we go to East. So our priority is East and South rather than West and North.
Yeah, thank you. The question is related. When you said international, I equally want to know if there is any plan to extend that to Africa, and if by chance you don't want to do that by yourself, you will probably need a partner. What is the minimum? Let's look at the gain for the children. What minimum do you think, in terms of cost, will a partner needs to put on the table before you could consider that? If you have not been considering coming to Africa, especially Nigeria, where we have over almost 200 million people, and where there are people, that's where the market lies.
Thank you. We are looking at every market, and we are partnering with local partners. We're actually talking to Popat family for Nigeria. Popat family. I will give their names. They apply to us, but we're happy to talk to anyone who's interested. We have a international franchise model that's available, but we're also investing in different countries with the investor of the local country. A location like this costs about 700,000 euros. What you see. In Greek terms, the return is quite high, about 2.5 years. So we're getting a lot of hits from different countries. The question is, if the Greek occupancy is about 55%, by the way, in 24 hours. Their occupancy is 55% occupancy. So in a smaller scale location, but you need a 24-hour accessibility. So malls are quite hard to deal with. You need like street access to that. Yes.
What are the prices, the membership costs?
Now we have, for example, here there's many different models, but an hour would cost you about 10 lira, which is about a euro, let's say. You can calculate it from there.
Europe, one Europe for entrance or for membership?
Well, you have to become a, first of all, when you enter this premises, you have to become a member. It's free. You become a member for free. But we need your ID, your GSM number, email, to be able to communicate with you. That's the only rule we have, so that you are part of us. Then you pay either hourly or you can pay an upfront fee for a yearly. It's all up to you. We have many different payment models.
And the range of different games.
Yes, I didn't want to bore you with the games, but the games are the most interesting part of it. That's why the kids are coming, not only for the hardware, but the software. We have 1,400 games loaded, and we have a server updating them constantly. These games are played in the premium version, which means this. If you go home and play this, 3 characters will be unlocked, but if you play here, all 12 characters are unlocked. So kids prefer to come here to play than at home. And our logo is you cannot play like this at home. So we want them to come here and socialize here, get together and play the latest version.
Can you tell us how long on average each customer spends here?
Our average is close to a little over 3 hours, and the Greeks are already 4 hours. So that means there are people here around 6 hours, 7 hours playing time. So the averages are quite high and long. So they eat here, they consume here. That's an important part of it. And I'm working more, as I did in the cinema business in Turkey, try to bring the sponsorship and advertising revenues into this game because it's non-existent now. So all these screens you see are going to be actually not only profiling you, but also bringing you advertising according to your age, your other preferences.
Talking of age, what is the age demographic here?
Actually, below 13 has to come with their mothers and fathers according to Turkish law. But our customer is high school and university students. High school and university students, so we can do it. Excuse me? Yes, they should be. They should be. We also have coding lessons, responsible playing lessons that we're doing deals with the schools in the mornings where we are more empty. Some social responsibility projects, but this is now part of their life. I mean, we have this discussion a lot about if this is a good thing or a bad thing, is this addictive or not? But this way or another, this is how the kids are now socializing. Their friends are in China or in Norway or somewhere else, not in the room. And these locations actually get them in the same place, and they like to come here 3 to 4 people average and play screaming, shouting next to each other, which is a good thing. Another maybe a side product, they cannot use drugs or drink because the worst thing is to get your mind fuzzy and lose a game. So none of these people who are playing the games can do any of the bad stuff.
In terms of your ethical responsibility as a director of this company, I can imagine exactly what you were saying about it. You know, when the kids come here and they constantly are being sold to, it's like, where do you kind of draw the line in terms of your responsibility to maybe educate them? I love your idea of having the wall where they can put their ideas of improving the world and making life a better community or society, but what is your company's philosophy in that bigger picture? Do you understand?
Sorry, hard question. Well, this company is a growth company and it's based on the youth. And I believe it's our responsibility, that's why we choose these United Nations Sustainable Development Goals to be our company goals also. So part of our income is given to on those causes.